Welcome to part 6. Now we're still in Sand Canyon.
With an ice enemy for some reason.
Yep.
Anyway, I've noticed that in every one of these videos, right as it starts, there's one frame where it kind of like glitches out.
Yeah. That's the recorder's thing, because it does that every time. Yeah, it kind of does that every time I start a new start a new recording.
Yeah,
there's like one frame where there's a glitch.
With this one, the regular footage there are bits of it on the top and right of the screen, but most of it is this weird like lime green version of the footage.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's kind of like a little bit of a side effect that happens whenever I start a new recording. It always does that.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that anybody watching the commentary isn't going to notice it, but since we pause it at the 0-0 mark, we get the very first frame.
Yeah.
Where it's there.
Yeah.
Also, do you notice that the spider's legs seem to like mostly break off when you freeze it?
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, and
though they like come back if it thaws out.
Yeah, and I think like inhaling those enemies actually takes away your health. It's been a while since. Yeah, I haven't tried it in a while, but I think that's what it does.
Kirby doesn't like eating spiders. He'd rather kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fun fact: on average, a human will eat 8 spiders in their lifetime, in their sleep.
Yeah, that is creepy.
Yeesh.
What better stay away from Australia?
I feel like the visual effect here is not supposed to look like just lines.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to look like lines and stuff. Like once again, I think that's probably like another side effect from the easy cap, whatever. But like there usually isn't this many lines itself, because the visual effect is you obviously like see bits, and the visual effect is that like there are a whole bunch of different layers, because you see like there's one layer of rocks, of like these little rock pattern things that you kind of see within the sand or whatever. That's a completely different layer altogether.
Yeah, it might be that it just runs at a certain frame rate, so the recorder can't get it quite right.
Yeah, it records at I think like 20. Because the recorder records at like 30 frames per second.
Okay. Well, that's pretty standard, so.
Yeah. When
it's still weird though, because I think
when I get my PC fixed and I get a much better recorder that can record at 60 frames per second, we probably won't have this problem again. And
you can just get Camtasia recorder. That works pretty well for me.
And I can't believe I didn't put the Rickroll in here.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
I forgot to put.
Good enough.
I remember Rickrolls being a big thing.
Yeah, they were.
They still kind of are.
Yeah, kind of, but they're kind of died down a bit. But
I haven't.
Which really, those things are only a problem if you don't like the song. Lucky for me, I actually really like that song. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like those two characters, they're actually from a Famicom game. That's right. Yeah, they're from Shin Onigashima, and I know that because there was a trophy of those two in Melee.
Wonder if that's a game that Hal worked on.
I shall look that up.
There's a character in Fallout New Vegas, sort of a character. Because he's dead, but you can find him on a cliff if you got the Wild Wastelands perk. And I think if I recall correctly, his name is Johnny, and he's a reference to a canceled PC game called Johnny 5 Numbers or something like that.
Oh.
And like it's stuff like that when I really wonder why developers include that, because that's a thing that most people are probably never gonna get. Like, it was a running joke on the Something Awful forums, but I don't think the majority of people who play Fallout New Vegas frequent Something Awful, or at least frequent it enough to know what that joke is.
Okay, all right. The game was not developed by HAL. It was Shin Onigashima was developed by Nintendo EAD.
It's possible they were just like, well, let's put these guys in the game because Nintendo.
Yeah. There are some more obscure Nintendo characters who do show up who do make cameos in Dreamland 3.
And these things.
I like how Rick just full on eats the enemies.
Yeah. In Dreamland 2, he inhaled them like Kirby did, but here he just full on eats them.
I also like how those things are basically thwomps without faces.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Theory.
And
Thwomps are actually those blocks that have been possessed by booze.
Oh, let's not get into game theory.
and now I'm sad
Well,
that
I feel like that's one of the things game theory wouldn't do an episode on, because usually even with the silliest game theory theories, there's some evidence towards it. There's like zero evidence towards that besides the fact that the blocks are pretty much identical.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't get to this, and there's like 3 1-ups in there. And the ice can't go through the platforms. I can't use Rick to wall jump to it. I think I spend like a few minutes trying to figure out how to get up there, but oh wait, nope, yep. I think I figure out a pattern.
Huh. All this for those 3 lives.
Yep.
Look, you know how much time you will spend trying to get a 3-1-up moon in friggin' Mario World? A lot.
Yep. There we go. I got it.
Yay!
There it is. When I put my kleptomaniac skills into the test.
Oh, man.
Because it's like I know I can get him. I know I can get it.
You must have been
Just a
really
matter of
satisfied.
actually doing it.
Yeah,
You
but
must have been really satisfied after that.
yeah. I'm like, wait, yeah, I was. But it really was satisfying to pull that off.
I'm actually loading up Sonic Adventure 2 ROS to edit as we do this.
Oh, cool. Multitasking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to edit them during the commentary, but I'm at least getting them ready to be edited.
Okay. Yeah.
And thankfully, I've cut out one very irritating step of editing. Finally,
And what is that?
The way my recorder works, I think I talked about this either in a C-Sprain commentary or just in a regular chat with the other C-Sprain guys. But the way my recorder works, the Pinnacle Instant DVD recorder, when it records a file, it outputs it as VOB. That is not a file that any like halfway decent editor uses. So I have to use a converter to convert that into a WMV. Now, the way the converter encodes it, I can't put that directly into Camtasia. So what I have to do after that is, after the file's been converted into a WMV, I have to then put it into Movie Maker, save it within Movie Maker, and then the encoding the codecs and everything are all good, and I can put it into Camtasia and start editing it.
Damn.
Wow.
That is
That
is a lot.
Recently, I found out I can avoid that whole stupid Movie Maker step by just converting them as MP4s.
Yeah.
Because for some reason that's coded well enough that or that's encoded correctly, so I can just throw that into Camtasia. So that'll shave off about, I don't know, 5 hours of editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that's the whole reason Portal 2 took so long, is because I had to wait for those damn things to frickin' convert through to save through Movie Maker.
yeah. Well, what I usually do is that when I get the videos I recorded onto the computer, I just let the videos that I did record get converted to MP4 files, and then I just edit previous videos while I wait.
That's what I usually did with Portal 2, but there came a point when I would edit the videos faster than they would convert, so I still had to do a lot of waiting. I also had to like constantly check on Movie Maker, because for whatever reason, and this only happened when I was editing Portal 2. For whatever reason, if I didn't check Movie Maker every 5 minutes or so, it would crash.
Huh.
Wow.
I don't.
It's tedious, and I'm glad I'm done with it.
I don't think I even have Movie Maker.
I have it just in case I need it for something. Usually it's just for that. Usually I just had it for that, but in case I need it for anything else.
Also, that picture looked like Rob.
It is Rob.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Rob. Yeah, because I was about to mention this level is about putting together Rob. So, and as such, this is technically the longest level in the game, but I did speed it up for your convenience.
Yay!
Yeah, I sped it up because the rest of
we will rebuild Rob and save the video game industry again.
Yes, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
I don't remember how the $6 Million Man theme goes, so.
I mean,
dun 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 dun.
Okay, that's a different
Terminator works.
Why not?
It's about a robotic man, kinda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're almost gonna die again.
Yeah,
Stop dying.
Well, it's not my fault the invincibility frames in this game are practically non-existent.
Well, at least they're not like... There are some games, at least it's not like Ultima Runes of Virtue, where you just don't have invincibility frames at all. They don't exist.
There it is. I died.
It's pretty bad in the modern Rayman games, but... yeah.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of times when I was playing Rayman Legends where I could have sworn that I should have been invincible for something because I'd just gotten hit not a second ago.
Yeah, there's literally... there really isn't invincibility frames in that game. It's pretty much... You have about 2 seconds until a hit kills you, essentially.
It's like the whole game is the Sonic 1 spike glitch.
Yeah. Here, the invincibility frames might as well not be there at all. They're so short.
I can kind of excuse Rayman Origins and Legends, considering that checkpoints are everywhere.
Oh yeah, but still, invincibility frames are like a part of games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Heroes is kind of bad with it as well.
It still has some pretty decent invincibility frames.
It's only really noticeable in the team battles when it starts becoming just stupid.
Although you can use that to your advantage in the team battles.
Yeah, but when they use it to their advantage, it's like almost impossible to get out of it.
Look, just spam either the flying character's attack or the speed character's attack, and you will win.
Yeah, just do tornado or thunder shoot.
Alternatively, with some teams, I find that the power character also works pretty well if you just spam their air move. Like, Big and Vector are pretty good with that, but Knuckles and Omega are not quite as good.
I think Amy's probably the best for team battles because she has the tornado that just shoots out.
Hers is like a combination of Thunder Shoot and the tornado.
Yeah. Which makes it really overpowered in team battles.
Oh yeah, I'm going like...
the more I think about Sonic Heroes, the more I realize that if you want the best experience with the game, just play Team Rose's story.
Yeah, that's basically Team Sonic Easy Mode.
Like, the levels are pretty much the perfect length. The Chaos Emerald is making the Chaos Emerald pretty easy to get. The bosses don't take quite as much of aren't quite as much of a pain to get through, just for reasons I don't quite understand. And the story is just... If you want the best Sonic Heroes experience, you play Team Rose's story, because with Team Sonic, levels kind of start to drag on. And especially with Team Dark. So...
Well, I recently played through Heroes again, Team Sonic and Team Dark, and I can kind of see that, like, levels kind of dragging on, but it never really annoyed me, because I enjoy most of the levels in that game.
Even in a level I enjoy, if it goes on for too long, I can get really, really bored.
Okay, that was a weird edit or whatever. I don't know what happened there. If I'm not sure if that was a weird jump cut or whatnot, but
it seemed more like a capture card glitch.
Yeah, maybe because I think I lied. I don't think I sped any of this up.
Okay.
I don't think I sped any of this up, but I mean like this is the level right before the boss, so I mean so yeah, the majority of the part takes place in this level where we're just rebuilding Rob piece by piece.
Because Rob is now in Dreamland and somehow got blown up.
Yeah. There's a very later level with Samus in it, and you have to and you have to kill all the Metroids using the ice ability.
Why the fuck can Metroids, like... Why are Metroids capable of trans-dimensional travel? There's one in StarCraft, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's not... It doesn't resemble exactly a Metroid, but it's an uncanny similarity. Like, there's a really old game theory video where they try to connect a bunch of universes, and they mention that in there.
Yeah.
Or was it StarCraft? I can't remember. Point is, there's a Metroid in a game where it really does not belong. I think it was StarCraft, but yeah. Whatever, just watch that video and it'll all make sense.
Yeah, going
Like,
back to...
they're able to connect friggin'... I think they were able to find enough connections to connect Mario to the real world.
Going
And it
back
all like lied within Kratos, I think.
to...
How?
Because Kratos shows up in a Hot Shots golf game.
Oh yeah, okay, there's that.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah. That looks so weird, seeing Kratos playing golf.
Yeah, it doesn't. It seems way out of character for him. It's like,
Right.
yeah, it's like I just killed the gods. I might as well relax with a nice game of golf.
Don't you know that killing the gods is stressful?
But, now going back to Heroes though, I kind of want to redo that for C-Spin because looking back, my
Isn't
game
that one of the camcorder ones?
It started off as a camera LP, then it evolved into a capture card one.
That's probably enough for Jesse to want us to redo it.
Well, it's not just that, but my gameplay was just horrendous. I would be able to do it a lot better if I redid it, but at the same time, if we did, Nick would probably want to kill me because that really drained us.
Well, how many people were in the Heroes commentary initially? Just you and Nick, or?
It was usually just me and Nick, but sometimes Eva and maybe someone else came in.
That might have had something to do with it.
Maybe.
Like, see, look, there's Rob
I-
and Professor
I-
Hector.
Well, it's not Rob.
It looks like Rob. It might, it might as well be Rob.
I don't know if we'd actually redo it though.
I mean,
I feel like just being partially camcorder is enough for Jesse to want us to redo it.
It'll probably be discussed later down the road.
and like
You could just like mention it tomorrow. Just be like, I kind of want to redo Heroes.
look, we're fighting Tom. We're fighting Tom Nook and Crazy Red.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
kill Tom.
Well, they're called Pawn and Con. I imagine Con is probably the fox, because considering Crazy Red is also a fox and he sells you fake paintings, that would make a lot more sense. Because
Con.
they're obviously more based off of Tanuki and a Kitsune. And Kitsune they both can do magic, but Kitsunes are more mischievous than Tanukis.
Tanukis just want money, man.
They just seem to be running back and forth. They're not really fighting you.
Yeah, I mean the only real hazard is technically them and those bombs.
Look, let's be honest. Kirby is the real villain of the Kirby series.
Yeah, Kirby's the real bad guy.
It's like a lot of
Like,
these enemies...
most of aside from Meta Knight, really, and King Dedede, most of the bosses just kind of run around.
Yep.
It's like,
Well, I just killed Bread.
well, these guys could just be exercising or something. Kirby doesn't know that.
Kirby's just like, I'm gonna kill you now.
Yep. I just killed Tom Nook. Now we don't have to pay debt in Animal Crossing anymore.
Yes.
Now all we need to do is kill Rossetti.
Yes.
Actually, really happy that in New Leaf he just shows up once and is like, save.
Yeah. He's optional in New Leaf.
It's like, save. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
And I don't know what fucking masochist would willingly let Rossetti yell at them.
Yeah, I mean, even if you do reset after you build the reset center, technically, like, he'll ask you, hey man, why'd you reset? And one of the reasons, two out of three of the reasons, he'll just let you go scot-free. Well, one of them was one of them was I don't remember, and then the other is my battery died, and it's just like, oh, well, in that case, we'll just remember to charge your battery, or in that case. But if you say you just wanted to, that's when you get a full-on lecture.
Yeah, like.
Well, are we still recording?
Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.